Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Make sure everybody's recording because I'm only saying this once.
Look what I wore today.
I'm recording.
Oh, Jamie-Lee's got on the pajama pants hoodie.
We can barely see it. Yeah, there it is. We've got merch. There it is.
Jamie-Lee, I've got big news.
Hey now.
Are you ready?
Are you recording?
I'm ready.
Are you recording?
I'm recording.
Okay, I'm recording.
I'm engaged.
No, you're not.
I'm kidding. It's over.
It is?
Yeah.
What a misdirection.
Yeah,
you
guys.
Want a hug? Can I give you a hug?
No.
Okay, yeah. I didn't want to do that.
Are you okay?
Yeah, listen, we're just different. We want different stuff. It's blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm
Was there like a fight, or was this just like this is just not like, I don't know.
No, it was like there was like 6 weeks where it was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. And, there were a couple of things. And again, like she's not here, so I don't want to talk about her side of things or whatever.
I'll do it,
so
you fucking bitch.
I could just, she's great. I could just say like my side of things. But really, I think, when we met like 2.5 months ago or whenever it was, 2 months ago, she was kind of on the same page as me. Like, I don't know if I want kids. And her sister just had a baby. And now she's like, okay, like, yeah, I'm on a timeline. Like I have the next 3 years to have kids. And I was like, I'm not, and I don't want this to seem like I'm wasting your time. And ever since I said the words wasting your time, we've things have been kind of rocky.
There's definitely some better words you could have chosen.
But listen,
I want to get into that actually.
But then again, you mean what you say. You mean what you say.
Here, let me tell you from
from
an ignorant man's point of view, which is mine. When Rob says he doesn't want to waste, if I'm Rob and I say I don't want to waste your time, it's like I think I'm being like considerate and upfront. Do you know what I mean? What is the girl here? Because that's what I'm thinking.
That you have literally zero expectation of this going anywhere. If that's what I would hear.
But we've had discussions that's not the way I feel. It was just on the kids thing, Like I think I was very like.
So you're saying up top, she was like thinking she didn't know whether she wanted to have kids or not, and then she came around quick, like within the first few weeks of you dating, and then it sounded like she definitely wanted to have kids, and you didn't make that sort of movement. Yeah,
there's a lot of like. Listen, I'm very. So I was telling Kasim this, that me and my manager Jeff, who's amazing, he loves Pajama Pants, he loves the show, but he's like, hey Jeff,
hell yeah, dude.
But he's like, he says in the beginning of a relationship, right? Everybody tries to put like their best self forward.
Of course.
Yeah, that's not what I do. Like I come out right away and I'm like, here's all the hard. Like, listen, physically I do, right? I'm like. I'm using the tongue scraper. Yes. I'm brushing my teeth before everything. I'm deodorant. I'm making sure like everything's real trim and nice. Shout out to Manscaped. Shout out to Manscaped. But then with that stuff, I'll be a month in. I'll be on the way to her place and like smell my underarm and be like, oh, that stinks. Like, But I'm like, I don't really care. Whatever. It's already, once you've had sex, it's like, yeah, this stuff is okay. But with personality stuff, right away, I'm like, yeah, I have a temper. Yeah, I have OCD. Yeah, I have that. Like I like within 30 minutes of talking to somebody, I just spew out like all these things about me. And the weird thing is like, then it was okay, Like it's like, oh yeah, okay. But Kasim said this last week that his family is the type who like, we don't really like to like plan stuff and like do stuff, and that's why me and Cass get along so well. It's like, yeah, I don't either. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, well, you don't really want to like do stuff. And I'm like, no, like I don't like, I'm not, I don't want to like travel the world and like do all these things. And I don't like, I made that clear, and, but again, it wasn't like there was one thing that I just felt like we started to have tension between us, and it was like, oh, and it's just, the best way to put it is like, we went from like always, like in the beginning, I was like, listen, I don't want to text too much because I don't want things to come off the wrong way. And she's like, well, why don't we both just agree to always assume the best? And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. Always assume the best. And I feel like for 6 weeks we did. And then somewhere that got lost to like everything was assuming the worst, you know? And it was like, it's like, no, that's not what, you know, shit. Like it would be her saying, that's not what I meant. It would be me saying, that's not what I meant. It'd be like, oh, I didn't. Like it was a lot of that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have nothing bad to say about her as a person, but I just think as we are not compatible, as far, like if it was just like, maybe if we were 10 years younger and it was like, we're just hanging out, having fun. But I think as far as like, you know, now she's like, I think a lot of girls don't like to hear someone who has my thing of like, hey, I don't know where I'm going to live in 3 months. Like, I don't know where I'm going to live in 6 months. I don't know what. I'm just kind of like, I go with the like, you know.
Well, can be fun, but that's not, and that's being very clear that like you're not going to settle down. And I think that I can think of my history. I mean, she's older and more mature, but when I was young and dating, I would convince myself that I would be fine with anything because I liked someone so much. Like I would put up with things. I would change things about myself. Do you know what I'm saying? And then as you're like hooked and really into the person, and then you're seeing that it's really compromising something that you want, or it's really different than the way you live, it gets hard. And, you know, when you're young, you kind of stay in it longer because there's less at stake. But for her, like you said, like she wants kids. I mean, there really is a time ticking on that. So,
right, and I think it was also, there was a feeling of like, she wanted me to be excited about these things that like, you know, it came down to stuff where I was like, okay, listen, I don't want to do that stuff, but if that's what you want to do, we can do that. Like, oh, you want to go get an Airbnb for a weekend just to like drive an hour to be somewhere else? Like, cool. Like we could do that, but don't expect me to be like, oh man, like I don't want to act like I'm super stoked about this or whatever. Like, I'm just like, okay, yeah, like we can do, or like, you know, she's like, she knows what I love, like Pearl Jam. She's like, oh, Pearl Jam's coming on tour, or like, you know, whoever is like coming on tour and this, like, you want to go? And I'm like, no, if you really wanted to go to a concert and like you felt like you really wanted me there, fine. But don't plan stuff that you think I want to do that I don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like that's, but again, she's not here, so I feel weird talking about it. And especially because like she did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like it was like, I don't think anybody did anything wrong. I just think we're different. And it was great. It was such a great, it was just great to know, like, you know what my favorite thing was about her? I think that it's going to be hard to find again is like the first time we hung out, it was like, I would have left her in my apartment and been like, oh, I got to go somewhere. And like I felt very comfortable around her. I trusted her. I didn't feel like, I don't know.
That's
like if it was
nice.
just like, yeah, it was really nice. And now I'm like, oh, now I have to go meet a fucking stranger again.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think it was great to just see you connect with someone, you know, albeit just for a little while. Get your cummies out, you know what I mean? And then also, I think it's important for you to understand like what dating at your current age and like what it's like to be sober and dating and like what that's like, you know, because, you know, that was like your first real go at it, right?
Yeah, in like 3 or 4 years.
So just like go with it, get the information you got from this last one, and just like continue on. The kid thing is like a big thing. I'm very upfront with that, you know, when I meet someone and I go like, I'm looking to be a dad. Like I've already got jorts. I've got this fanny pack I'm looking to wear. Like I go to theme parks and I dress up.
You have been playing the part for a long time.
I'm ready for it. And I'm more interested in like the health of your womb, you know, than I am in like how you physically look to me right now. I'm you know, so the quicker that
at gmail.com.
The quicker that somebody has that information, the less wasting of time there is, you know. But like, you know, I learned something that maybe that isn't the best use of the word wasting. It's just like, you know, I don't want to waste somebody's time making them think that maybe I'll come around on this idea of having kids or not. You know, that's a great point you made, Jamie, about how like when we're younger, we're just gonna deal with whatever we get because we just get it. and we don't really consider our own feelings, and we make a lot of sacrifices for it. But it's only a matter of time before you start being, you start thinking like, oh, well, how come like my whole life revolves around this person, and how come I don't have the things that I, so if you're in a relationship and you feel like that's if that's who you were, if that was me, if that was me in the last relationship, you gotta just get the things, and don't be afraid to ask for the things that you want in a relationship. And if that person is worth their salt or worth a damn, they will at least hear you and be like, that's great, I respect you for that. It either works for me or it doesn't. If that person gets angry because you like to read comic books and you like to watch movies, then that's probably not your person.
This guy needs to get laid so bad.
I
like
dude,
this?
I'm becoming a genius.
Are you guys gonna go back to San Diego and eat some chickens and start over? Feel like you guys.
It's funny when you were talking about how you don't like to go do things. It's kind of funny because like we went and did a thing, but when we went to go do the thing, we didn't do anything.
We did nothing.
But we did a lot,
which
is great.
To both of you, you met doors flew open of like women and sexy time and.
Dude, my doors are always open, man.
You shifted something energetically when you guys went down there.
Well, it was also, you said that it was you leaving.
Well, yeah, I stepped out of that doorway for you.
Yeah, you said you were the only feminine energy in our lives.
Yeah.
And Gabby.
I think, you and once you and Gabby were out of the way, we were, we're free as birds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but you know what? What might be my favorite thing about an entire relationship is when it's over and then every song hits, like you start listening to songs and you're like, fucking yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like
you hear songs for the first time, songs that you've heard your whole life, but you hear them. Yeah. It's like when you first fucking get high and hear a song.
Yeah.
It's
like
the same thing.
It's fucking, I've been listening to some songs and it's like, I'm listening to songs on fucking repeat over and by the way,
songs?
They don't have to have anything to do with what happened to me. It's just the fact that I was in a relationship and now it's over. And like, because there's just those songs that are like, yeah, well, fuck you. Like, or like, I'm on my own now. And like, that's not the way I feel. But just when I hear it through my headphones, I'm like, fuck yeah, I am.
Dude, like, even songs in fucking bands that made no sense, that still make no sense, like Bush, like,
oh yeah.
Like, breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, dude, I fucking got Bad Moon, Whitey Guy. Yeah.
It's like,
I get Bush now. That's how fucking sad I am.
Yeah, the chemicals between us. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Glycerin? Yeah, dude, it's more than just hand soap. I get what he's saying.
I don't want to come back down from this cloud.
And
you know what?
Yeah.
It was actually mouthwash, not hand.
Glycerin?
Wasn't Listerine? Is that what you're thinking of?
No, glycerin they use in hand soap, but yeah, Listerine.
Oh yeah, is it glycerin?
Did you think he said
Listerine?
Listerine?
No.
Okay.
Glycerin. It's don't do it half-fast, but yeah, guys, man crates is back. People like Jamie, very busy, and sometimes you got to get somebody something, but you got no time. You just want to boom.
How many coffee mugs am I gonna get, Cutter, at this point? You know what I mean? And what's cool about man crates is there's so many different types for all the different types of men in your life. There's a whiskey appreciation crate. There's even a jerky one, like it's called the exotic jerky toolbox, filled with meats like elk, venison, and boar. I mean, we all know a guy like that just loves his.
That's like the three of us.
There
and
you
I'd
go.
be boar, huh? Yeah. Look, I got it for my pops for Father's Day is coming up. Spoiler, Dad, he doesn't listen to this, but I got him a chair that's made out of a whiskey barrel or a wine barrel, and you put it in, but you got to put it together, so it's like. It's not doesn't come assembled, but it's like part of the fun is building it either with your pops, or building it for your pops. And they oftentimes will come with like a crowbar if you get something that comes in like a nice wooden box. They come with a pry bar, and you like, it's not just for the men. I know it says man crates, but it is for anyone. It's for anyone that wants to like just.
And it's just such a nice. I really appreciate their presentation. I really do.
Yeah.
They even get a gift card that's cased in a concrete block, like you said, if you want to just like pound something.
Yeah, or send it to someone you don't like even.
There you go.
Yeah.
So now through Father's Day, you guys, June 20th, get 20% off site-wide when you spend $149 or more at mancrates.com/pajama.
Yeah, that's 20% off. If you spend $149 or more at mancrates.com/pajama.
Mancrates.com/pajama.
It's nice that we all got to do one.
That's Jamie's favorite.
Nice. It's nice when we all got to do one. Yeah, man, songs hit, dude. Songs hit when you're going through it.
I'm listening to this Olivia Rodrigo chick. You know about that chick, Jamie?
I heard about her, but I ain't hear her.
Pop up because my kids like to listen to pop radio.
Yeah, they do. Well, they've been,
But what's her story, man?
They've been dealing with some breakups.
What's she singing about?
Oh man, so here's the story. Like the kids are talking about. I guess it was like she was dating some dude on like a Disney. I'll probably chop this. If we should find like a 15-year-old to listen to this.
Rob's TMZ right here.
Yeah, I mean TikTok, Tick Rob.
If you facts scrolling next to your face of the actual facts and how wrong you are.
Yeah. Right, because it was a skit on SNL, her song, and then like I heard a brief synopsis, I guess, of like the whole whatever.
Okay.
And here's what I took from it.
Okay.
She was like a Disney girl or some shit dating some guy. And while she was dating that guy, she was always kind of like not sure about what was going on. And he was friends with some other Disney girl, some like blonde chick who everyone knows. And they all have like millions of followers and blah, blah, blah. And like as she broke up, the guy broke up with her and like 2 weeks later was seen like
with the
blonde girl. And it was all doing the same shit that he did. Yeah, and doing the same shit that they did together. So it was like, so now she's in these songs that I'm listening to. She's like, I saw you guys, like you were like trading jackets and then like you put on her little jacket, like her jacket was too small for you and you were doing jokes. She was like, yeah, well, guess what, girl? Like he did that with me first. Like I took him to that froyo place. I know. It's so
I can't relate to anything less than that bullshit.
It's so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go trade in jackets too. I'm telling you, man.
Yogurtland, man.
No, there's a song. She's got a song, "Good for You." That's fucking. I'm telling you, man. It's fucking good, man.
Shit, dude. I'm sorry, man. Good, dude. I'm sorry you're in a place where fucking Olivia Rodrigo slaps.
Yeah, man. She really knows where I'm coming from. She's half my age, dude. I think I'm 36. I think she's 18, and I'm like, where does this girl get all this wisdom?
Dude, is she? Well, look, man. I don't want to sound like a complete boomer, but some of these kids out there, they've lived some lives already. You know what I mean? I think Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, dude. These people live some lives.
That girl has lived some lives. She's dope.
Oh man, she's cool. She's cool as shit. She's one of the ones I gave a shot to. You know.
Oh, have you? Guys,
I listened to.
Oh. Have you guys watched the Pink documentary?
No.
I'm almost through with it, but it's awesome.
How much fucking shit is she swinging around on? You know, like how many giant scarves is she upside down on?
Not the whole, but she's been doing that since she's a child.
She's the strongest person I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Her legs.
Her littlest kid is Jack. He's the same.
Yeah, she has a kid with like Carrie Hart.
She's 2, yeah, and she has a little boy that's like around Jack's age. That's literally reminds me of him.
Speaking of Jack, has he peed in the potty?
So he's potty trained in the sense that he wears underwear all day. He'll tell you whenever he has to go. He never has had an accident. Never peed in his pants once. But when he gets on the toilet, has to wear a pull-up. He doesn't want to. He's still afraid to like have it go in the toilet. Man. So he'll do everything except put a pull-up when he sits on the toilet, and then you take it off while he's on the toilet, and then. Well,
that's progress, I guess.
It's progress, but now I'm like, when the fuck is this gonna be over?
By the way, Christina P. We hope Christina P's all right. We saw she. I don't know because I know what happened, but
you know what happened.
Yeah, but I don't know what's public knowledge. You know what I mean? I know she wants to save it for like content or whatever.
Yesterday,
we can say she hurt herself. She said she broke a tibia or fibia or something on her Instagram.
Yeah, something, but Shout out to our girl, man.
Shout out to Christina. Wish you the best of luck, Mommy Jeans. Recover soon, man. We need you back out. We need you back out there.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what bothers me most? Like,
What?
I feel like this only happens in romantic relationships, but I guess maybe with like kids and parents too, but never with friends. Like when you're in a romantic relationship and the person goes, okay, like we could either do this or this.
Mm-hmm.
Like whichever one you pick is fine. And then you pick one and it was clearly the wrong one.
Yeah. You've got to pick the first one usually.
Is that the trick? Because I feel like I always pick the wrong one. It was like, well, we can do it this way.
The first one's always what I would want to do.
See, I just picked the one that made the most sense.
Yeah, well, look, it's clear that we think differently than some of these women, you know? It's too bad we can't just date each other. I feel like we'd really go the distance.
You tried in San Diego, babe. You were trying heavy, but I just can't.
I just know you don't want to have kids, so it's like, that's what's keeping me. It's keeping me away.
We could take Jack.
Nah, I don't know if I want Jack. I want one that can pee already.
Yeah.
I want one that can pee.
Oh, you wouldn't want to raise one from a pup? A 3-day-old?
No, well, I would want one that's trainable a little more trainable.
Here's a question. When a woman has a baby and then that baby goes for adoption, do they like take it right from the vagina out of the room and like goodbye? Or do they like...
I think she gets to hold
Like,
it. And...
They put it in a box
Right.
with air holes on top.
For sure.
Like a lizard.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is how many kids, like, I don't know when this used to be at its peak, but I'm gonna say like early 1900s when kids, they'd take them from their moms and then they'd get swapped on accident. You ever hear about this?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever heard about this? Have you seen this?
Oh, Kelly Clarkson with the new thing.
Yeah,
You see
because when
that?
both
I lost my
kids were
baby.
born, they have little ankle bracelets. Cedars will put an ankle bracelet on.
Yeah.
And their
I'm sure Jack's going to
barcode-
have one on soon too.
Still has one. The barcode matches mine and Cutter's, and if he is taken out of the doors without being near us, an alarm will go off.
Yeah, and that happened because
Right.
it was a problem, and it wasn't just a little bit of a problem. I think this happened all the time.
Oh my god!
I think it happened a lot, and like imagine that. You know, you don't even know like what the kids look like until they're like, I don't know, a year old. Imagine
For sure.
Imagine raising a kid for like months, and then you're just like, man, does this kid look like me? I don't think he doesn't look like you, you know? And it's like, how would you ever, I would never want to know that wasn't my kid, you know? And this was obviously before DNA testing was a thing, but God damn, you know, God damn, that must be such a thing to know that maybe your real parents are out there and it was just some idiot fuck up hospital.
Or just imagine just like taking a baby home for like 2 days and like thinking it's yours and then it's not and having to switch it a few days later.
Yeah. Well, how would you know? You're saying today in modern day?
I don't know. Somebody was like, oops.
The kid says, oops, I'm not supposed to be here.
Well, there's like that show, spoiler alert if anyone didn't see Mayor of Easttown.
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Well, do you want to hear this or not?
Nah,
No,
I
I just want to listen. Just go ahead.
No, because it's a question for you. Forget it.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a question for you. Okay, another question. Now that life is getting back to normal with like Corona and shit,
Yeah.
what is some stuff that you were like, oh, I didn't miss this?
Fucking, been in traffic all week.
Yeah.
Traffic's kind of slowly been back, but traffic has been terrible. I went to a wedding and it's really crazy how it's like I went from nothing to like an engagement party and a wedding like all within a week, and it's a lot.
I think it's like just all the stuff you have to go to right now.
I don't miss having to talk with people that I don't regularly talk to. Yeah, how's it going? Like, is he in college now? Oh, it's crazy, man. Last time I saw him, you know, past my knee.
That's like the
fucking
same exact conversation you had with Cutter's family when you were at my house.
Yeah, oh my God, it's like, I haven't seen Luke since he was, oh man, he was above my knee, that kid. Jesus Christ, they go so fast. And he does what? Wow. You know, I always knew that kid had a penchant for this and that. This is just a lot of that, man.
Well, you know, I've told this to Jamie before, but I was like, you should test this out because it's so true. when people say like, "Oh, how old are your kids now?" and you give the answer, no matter what you say, they go, "Wow,
yeah.
wow,
Jesus.
7 and 4, wow,
7 and 4. Last time
Fu-
I saw him, he was just barely. You
Yeah.
had just gotten cummed in, and now he was just like 3 months in your puss.
Yeah, they're 5 and 2. Wow. It's just like an auto answer for people.
Last time I saw him, he was shitting his pants, and now he is 7.
Something I did not miss at all that I've experienced a lot of lately, because I've been going to the casino now that I'm single, playing a lot of poker. There is guys farting at the urinal. like, and by the way, sometimes I understand if it's like you have to let one out, whatever, when you have to pee, like you got to let out a fart sometimes. But it's like a competition in these fucking casino,
Like they're talking
at these.
about it?
No, there's no talk. It's just like, like, and it's just like, Jesus Christ! It's enough with the coronas going around, the shit is in the, it's like, it is so gross. I don't know how these guys hold it in when they're at the poker table, but then they get into the bathroom and it's just like, it's you can't be in the bathroom for more than 30 seconds at a casino and not hear a fart.
I got a theory on this, dude. I got to tell you, I think it's 2 places you're getting it more: casino and the airport. Okay.
Yes.
You're at the airport. Everyone's like clocks. They're like shit clocks are off because they had to get on a flight. And like normally, like I'd like to take a shit at 9 a.m., 8 or 9 a.m. every morning. And if I'm on a flight, if I got a 7 a.m. flight, I'm not. I gotta wait. And that by the time I'm like, past the gates and I'm about to board, my stomach is like rumbling, and I won't shit until I'm in the hotel wherever I'm going later. So up until then, I'm farting. I'm backed up. In casinos, you've got these people that are from other places, so their biological clocks are off, but they've also been up all night gambling, and they had like 3 Bloody Marys at the buffet.
Right.
And so like by the time they are in the bathroom, dude, these guys are letting them rip. Anytime you're not in your regular setting, you're either at a place like Vegas or you're on your way to another place like an airport.
I've never really paid attention to my body enough that it was like being thrown off like that.
Please let us know, like, what's going on with your little tutor down there.
Track your farts, Jamie.
I can't. They're random and wild,
Yeah.
But they don't stink.
They are wild.
Trackyourfarts.com.
Yeah, trackyourfarts.com.
We should have
Sign up for yourself or sign up for your loved ones.
Who's back there, Jamie-Lynn?
Oh my god.
Cutter's on the
Justin, talk
pod.
for a segment, dude. What's bothering him? Okay, we got to know what's going on with vaccines, crypto.
Wait.
Are you rattled, bro?
Wait.
Dude, you're always decked out.
You look
guys,
fantastic,
it's like
man.
old times. I'm gonna eat while we record.
Oh, fuck.
This is amazing. We're really podding now.
We are potting.
You're
At least
such-
I don't have to smell your poke bowl.
You're such a great husband, Cutter, just coming in with the food. What are you rattled this week about, Cutter?
The DoorDash guy wasn't allowed in because he didn't have insurance, so I just had to drive to the gate, which defeats the purpose of DoorDashing.
Drive to the gate. And that's something I've never had to do.
Everybody's really relating to you right now, Cutter. Way to go. All of our listeners in the gated communities.
You didn't bring me a
God
fork?
bless.
Well, I can't eat fried rice with my fingers.
All right.
As long as you're eating, we know you're getting fed out there, and that's what counts. Would this be a good time to read some emails, Jamie?
Perfect time.
Yeah, I should, right before Jamie eats though, I should share, because we were on the airplane thing.
Let's hear it. I
had an airplane experience one time where I don't know if it was from altitude sickness or it might have been opiate withdrawal, but I was sleeping and all of a sudden I woke up and it was about to come out of both ends.
Oh.
Nausea on the plane, which is my biggest fear. And there was no, like, normally with my OCD, it'd be like, oh my God, you can't touch this, don't do it. There was none of that.
It's quick how that goes out. Crazy how quick it goes out the window.
Yeah, and it was like throwing up, coming at, shitting, everything. And just cum was shooting everywhere.
Shit.
And then when I opened the door of the bathroom to come out, people looked at me. I was drenched from sweat.
Did you do the Ace Ventura? Whoo!
No. I didn't do. I did the hang my head real low.
Yeah.
And go back to my seat and just, I was probably on a lot of Xanax and whatever. But I still don't know to this day like what happened because then it was gone. It was totally gone.
Imagine you're sitting on that back row and then you just like you hear all this chaos in the shitter and you finally see that door fold
and you're
open.
watching Sopranos on your DVD player.
You look over, there's little AJ Soprano, looked like he like dunked himself in the toilet.
Yeah.
Coming out.
That's about exactly
Hollywood, man. It'll change you.
I just
There's
wanted to share that
nothing
before
like
we
being woken up with a stomach ache and like knowing you got to run to the bathroom. I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in Mexico one time for New Year's and I got the Montezuma's Revenge and it was in the middle of the night, woke up, oh my God. And then there's like lizards crawling on the wall and shit because we were in some place that was like on the beach or whatever. And I'm just, when I tell you, it was horrible. But I lost like 8 pounds. And
I look great. A strong jawline.
Yeah. I was just drinking ginger ale for like 3 days, nothing else. Well, all right, we got emails. What do you want?
Yeah, we got a couple emails. Quick intermission from the show for a word from our sponsor. Today's show is brought to you by HelloFresh.com. Meal delivery service.
One of the better tasting ones, the best. If I could, definitely up top my favorite.
Yeah. No, guys, listen, there's people like Jamie who are always so busy. They don't have time to go and buy food. They go to the supermarket, so HelloFresh, you order it comes right to your door. Cassim loves it.
It makes stuff. They send you stuff that I would never make on my own. Like I just had shepherd's pie recently. I would never even think to make shepherd's pie on my own without the guidance. And they give you everything that you need comes out like pre-portioned in a bag, or they give you all the meats and you can make it for 2 people or 4 people or even more if you specify it.
Yeah, you can customize how you want it. There's over 27 plus recipes to choose from each week, from vegetarian options, calorie smart choices, to craft burgers and extra special gourmet options. There's truly something for everyone to enjoy. Everyone in my family, including my children, always eats my meals when I cook them from HelloFresh. And as somebody who is a experienced shopper, HelloFresh has proven to be 28% cheaper than shopping at your local grocery store and 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal. So
damn.
Ain't nothing to,
That ain't nothing to be up top about. And I just want to say,
and with we're giving you an amazing offer, 12 free meals because they love Pajama Pants listeners.
12 free?
12 free meals, babe.
Amazing.
That doesn't sound right.
And free shipping.
Oh, it is 12. It is 12 free meals. Go to HelloFresh.com/pajama12.
Yes.
And use code pajama12. I can't believe it's 12 free meals. You get 12 free meals, including free shipping.
That's right. Again, HelloFresh.com/pajama12 and use code pajama12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping.
Thank you guys so much for supporting the sponsors that support your favorite pod. And now back to the show. This one says, advice for Jamie.
Oh.
Or she spelled it Jaime. Hey, lady, was listening to the latest pod and just had to email. You were talking about how your son focus on your man. I can't. You guys please proofread this shit because I'm such a shit reader that when you guys leave sentences like words out of your sentences, it makes me look. It's just so much harder. Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out what you're trying to say.
Babe, just act like you were born in America. I don't know what the fucking problem is with you.
You were talking about how your son focus on you during outburst. Children usually do this to the person they trust the most. He knows you can pull your hair, hit you, whatever, and you're still gonna love him. Also, you may want to look into oppositional defiant disorder. I feel for you and wish you the best of luck. It's obvious you're a good mama and things will get better once you find the right path for your boy. Please don't ever feel like us listeners do not want to hear about Jack. If nothing else, you need a place to vent your frustrations with the situation, and that's a totally normal feeling to have. Us mamas that have dealt with behavioral issues in our children understand. Things will get better. Oh, and great podcast. Thank you. Take care, Andrea. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you, Andrea.
I know you heard all that other stuff before, but I felt like the last part where she was saying they want to hear about it.
And I don't know if I've given the update that I've been working with an OT with Jack. We believe that he has something called sensory processing disorder. So basically, he processing certain things or sensory things, or like if he walks into a room and there's a lot of people, like he can't quite catch up to like all the things he needs to process to walk into that room. Or if like something sets him off, why he can kind of just see red. And it's something that can get better over time with just almost like teaching his body how to get out of fight or flight. Like it's almost like he doesn't know how to get out of it. Like he just didn't develop that skill naturally.
Yeah.
So she was telling me like doing things like tug of war with him, like push and pull, like teaches his body kind of like tense and relax. And it kind of teaches his brain to too. It's kind of amazing. Like deep massages when he's relaxed. Like I start like pressing into his back and he kind of like really lets me. He likes it, oddly enough. Also just giving him things that comfort him. Even though he's 3, I still give him a pacifier and like a lovey, and that like in the moments like calms him down. But like 2 days ago, I took him out for frozen yogurt with Bo. He did a nap at school, so he was kind of tired. And I put too many sprinkles on his damn frozen yogurt, and you would have thought that there was an exorcism outside of the store. I had to boat because I couldn't physically handle him because, you know, they get superhuman strength, and then my balance gets thrown off when he's going ape shit. Bo and I had to drag him into my car. I wasn't even embarrassed. It was just more like, I need just to.
Terrible.
It was the fucking worst. And this happens a lot, but now that I understand kind of what's behind it, because he has an awareness, and he'll, like, for instance, when we got home and the shit calmed down, I actually dropped him off with Cutter. I was like, you're not allowed to go to ninja class. I just took Bo. And he called me. He was playing with Cutter's phone and he fucking called me. And I picked up and I was like, what's up? Thinking it was Cutter. And he's like, hi, Mom. And I was like, hi, Jack. And he's like, I won't be mean to you anymore. I was like, okay, thanks. But by the way, he says this to me all the time. But I know now that I know kind of like what's behind it, it's helping me and we're working on it. And that's it. That's my Jack update. And thank you, Andrea, for that really nice.
Well, we love to hear it. Yeah, thanks, Andrea.
Hey, Cass and Robbie, I know one of y'all's is reading this. Question, is Rob's stash growing strong still? His facial hair is thicker. He must be building testosterone again. Good job. Cassie, thank you for all the work you do to keep the pod going. Oh, and your hair is cool. Don't know what to say. Love the pod. Long live Pajama Pants. Shout out to Gabs for great lighting. Thanks, Eric. Your mustache is... it's blended into the beard, so it's gone. I was a big fan of it, to be quite honest. So
I liked it
super. So I'll do it again next week. Stay tuned, guys. You know what I was thinking, Jamie? 1 week, we should smoke in the middle of the pod and do the second half of the pod, so where everyone knows, knowingly, we're both stoned, and Cassim can steer the ship.
Great.
Maybe we do that next week. I thought I was gonna have to twist your arm for that.
Yeah. No.
I'm like, now?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your next ayahuasca trip too, we'd just like to strap some cameras on your body and
yeah, she's gonna look like me in that airplane bathroom.
Yeah. This one's from Phil from Long Island. Could you make one small segment each podcast something related to the Sopranos, even if for a quick question and answer thing? For example, 1 week each of you, Rob and Jamie, in parentheses, would mention their most exciting moment or scene, in another week your most embarrassing scene. Or there's a big break here in the.
No, the answer to this email is no.
Well, okay, yeah, let me finish it. And just as long as it's Sopranos related. After all, the two of you were part of one of the most iconic shows ever. And not only that, both were playing young teenagers who grew up right before our very eyes. Warmest regards from Phil. We're not a Sopranos podcast, and that's mainly because of me.
No. It's more so because of, I feel like,
I
me.
want to talk about it. Yeah, no.
It's more so because of me and Jamie. Especially,
look, we have new fans and people that haven't listened to all the pods. Jamie's never watched all of it, although she did start watching during this podcast. She's halfway through, but when we started the pod, she hadn't seen it. Rob has only watched the pilot episodes.
No, we've both seen the same stuff because at the premieres they would show us like 1 or 2 episodes.
At the premiere, yeah, the first
2 episodes of every season we've seen pretty much.
And I've seen season 1, maybe season 2. I don't really remember what happened.
So
right? That's what you said.
No, I think that was a joke. I didn't get bored. I liked the show. I got that. I saw that comment earlier. I didn't get bored. I actually thought it was great. It's just one of those things I didn't finish. If you guys want a Sopranos show, we got some shows to recommend to you. Okay. There's Talking Sopranos with Steve Sciarippa,
Michael Imperioli.
and Michael
They
Imperioli,
only talk
Amazing.
about Sopranos.
and they
Yes.
only talk about Sopranos episode by episode, right?
Yeah. But I think everybody knows that because they've, people have seen the Michael Imperioli episode here, the Steve Sciarippa episode
Right.
here.
Yep. And there's Pot of Bing.
Pot of Bing?
Which is one of the oldest shows that talk about the Sopranos.
I think it was the first podcast ever.
First podcast, period.
Ever, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Pot of Bing.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just fucking with me.
Yeah, I don't think that was the first pod.
Well,
ever.
look, dude, I don't know. Podcasts are only fucking 10 years old. And so Rob was on there, Jamie was on there, and then does Drea do?
I think she's done.
Okay, Drea's done. And there's plenty of places you can go for pods. And there's probably more than, for sure, more than one I just mentioned. We wanted our pod to be like 3 people who were just sitting around, one of a meeting, just having a conversation. And occasionally it will come up because it's a big part of their lives, Just like me talking about working at Best Buy is part of my story. So
Truly, one
Send in
of
your
my
questions
favorite
about
moments of this podcast was you telling me about like the fucking profiling that was done behind the scenes at Best Buy.
that's right, man.
You are
I
what we
think about
call
it a
a
lot.
Jill.
I
Yeah.
think about it a lot when I walk into places. I'm like,
If there's any Best Buy listeners out there, please send an email to askpajamapants@gmail.com. Let me know if you still got the that system in place where everyone's got like put into a bucket and everyone's got a score.
I'm tempted to go in. What were they called again? Like Billy's and.
There's Barry's. You would be a
Barry's.
Jill.
I'm
There's
gonna walk in.
Buzz,
There's a Best Buy
Ray.
right next door to my house.
Yeah, talk to someone who's like maybe worked there for a while because I imagine I haven't worked there in 10 years. So 12 years, something like that.
I just got on. I got Showtime to watch Couples Therapy season 2. So fucking good.
Yeah, Rob loves this show.
And I've just been looking through stuff. Isn't it crazy how there's like it would be the box of the movie, but it's on there. It's just like the thumbnail or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell on the box when there are movie stars who did this movie and they didn't want to do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you see Bruce Willis
Yeah.
on like one of these, and it's like,
he's done a lot
like,
of those recently.
yeah,
lot.
where it's just like it's something about like this guy flies a plane, and like he's just
Yeah.
on the box, and he literally is like looking at his watch, like
Yeah, Bruce Willis on a plane.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
clearly been green screened in the like 90% of the movie.
Yes.
or like Al Pacino, like you see Al Pacino's face, and it's like, are we done yet?
Yeah.
like like that should be the name of the movie.
It's just it's him cut out because the picture was like a PA getting him to sign out for the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's sleeping on the box for the movie.
It's
With
a
his mouth
continuity photo.
But you can, man, it's like these guys really do that shit. It's like, because that's
You
what
get
they
a
said.
lot
Like
of
John,
money.
well, that's what they said. Johnny Depp would do like the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean so that he could do like whatever he wanted and take private jets and like chug wine or whatever.
Yeah. He was getting paid at least. I mean, for that first one, he got paid 20 mil. Yeah, I would hate to know how much he got paid. I'd love to know how much he got paid for more of them. But those first couple movies were pretty
great.
good. Am I the only one?
I
That,
loved the first one.
Did you?
I didn't see that.
I didn't like pirate shit at all. I was never a fucking pirate guy at all, ever, until that movie came out. And I was like, dude, pirates are kind of cool. Like, look at this character he's playing. He's like a little effeminate. Like, I don't know if he's gender fluid or not. Like, I don't know what this guy's up to, but he's fun to watch.
Now we have to
Keira
label him.
Knightley-
Yeah. It's like,
Keira
I got it.
Knightley
Oh
was hot.
yeah.
Orlando
Ooh,
Bloom.
that was some daggers from Jamie-Lynn. You heard that?
Yeah, she was hot then.
Yeah,
Oh,
Keira Knightley was
no.
hot then. Oh hell yeah, Jamie-Lynn.
That's not what I meant.
Keira Knightley's watching this now. Like, this bitch has fucking fried rice grease on her face, telling me I used to be hot.
She
Sorry.
still looks good. Jamie, you're looking good. I don't know what you're doing with the lighting over there, but it's good.
Jamie-Lynn, you said last week that you want to get some
I
sort
want
of
a
like.
Botox.
Well, I thought you said you wanted like a pullback or like a
Yeah,
facelift
Botox.
or something.
Isn't that
Yo,
what that
dude.
does to you?
No, but that is like the sign for a facelift. I
Oh.
thought that's what like 60-year-old women do when they're like, I want a facelift.
Yeah.
But I think you probably said Botox. But everyone was like, Jamie can't do that. Is she insane? You
Really?
look like a kid. Yes, Jamie-Lee. I don't know what's going on in Texas, but you look like a kid.
You look
I
moist,
feel
more
dead.
moist.
Well,
That's the
and it's
problem.
humid.
Is it more humid?
Very humid.
You've got a nice glow about you.
I did
But that's the
shower
problem.
and put my oil on though.
You feel like
what it
shit.
is.
Oh, your vitamin C serum that you gave me that I also apply?
Maybe vitamin C I
Hollywood's-
do during the day. At night I do like a deeper oil.
Oof, deeper.
Yeah, so Jamie thinks fucking Keira Knightley's not hot anymore. What do you think about Natalie Portman? Is she long in the tooth also?
Oh, fuck. She's
She's
the
always
hottest. She's
Yeah.
so good, man.
Dude, she's talking shit on Keira Knightley, bro.
Dude. Oh, yeah, let's try and get this podcast to catch,
that's
dude.
what I'm saying, y'all. You hear
My
Jamie
me?
Lee
beef?
disses.
Yeah, Jamie-Lee says Keira Knightley ain't got it no more.
That's what people on YouTube
don't
would
know.
do to get more popular is they would talk shit about more popular YouTubers. And then that YouTuber would be like, who's this guy? And then just talking about him gets him. Yeah, that's not like that was created on YouTube. That happens in every fucking industry. That's like everyone that ever goes at Eminem, you know? They like try and get
Where is he?
Right.
talk shit on it.
Gunshot Kelly.
Whatever Gunshot Kelly has done, he's taken down Megan Fox, and I don't know how to feel
Who
about it.
is Machine Gun Kelly?
He's
A
a
singer?
That's his
I don't.
brother.
Do I want to say musician?
It's his
There's
brother?
a lot of Machine Gun
He's
Kelly,
not Machine
Kelly
Gun
fans.
Kelly?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
There's
Am I wrong?
guaranteed people listening to this that are big Machine Gun Kelly fans, and they're like, they were pissed off right now.
You think
That
so?
I didn't know who he was?
No, that I don't know if I can call him a musician. I don't know what he does, but there's a song that plays on the radio that he makes, and I fucking hate it.
With Demi Lovato?
I don't know.
No, I'm wrong.
But the same thing
God,
happened
I'm
with
so
Billie
old.
Eilish. You know, like
so
the reason
old.
I liked Billie Eilish was because Rob sent me a song, and he was like, "Dude, listen, this is like it wasn't the big one she got famous for."
No,
on
it
the
was
radio.
like when the
fell in
party's
love with
over.
her when she was on Howard Stern.
Yes.
With
That
her
was it. She
brother.
did when the
I
party's
was like,
over.
Who is this girl? Yeah.
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 There's I want to say, so this shirt that I'm wearing, my friend Heather, can you see the shirt?
Yeah,
you can see the
well,
shirt.
free baby.
Yeah, I'll talk from the mic up here. My friend Heather, who's one of my favorite people in the world, we've been friends for like 20 years, and she's one of the people who like made sure I didn't kill myself back when I was partying all the time. And she's
Heather.
amazing. She's such a great person. So she's working with her. Oh no, I pulled my headphones out. She's working with her friend, and they work out of. Her friend started this company, and they do it like out of their house during the day. That I know Heather has like 37 kids, and the kids are all running around, and she's like packing up shirts and this. But the it's SarahMarieDesignStudios.com, and they say it's like running people for like running and stuff like that. Like I forget what's a running lifestyle brand, but to me it's dope. Like this shit is super comfortable,
Yeah.
nice,
I
and
like
just
it.
yeah. If you,
Quality fabric.
it's like pajama style shit. If you like this kind of stuff, go to it's not a commercial or anything, but she just I got the shirt. I love it. I got a couple their hoodies are sick. Sweatpants are sick. Just
they
if
have
you're looking, I know
pockets?
the pants have pockets, but they don't have zipper pockets, which is my
That's
thing.
what I meant.
Which is a real problem, but listen, it's
Jack has a pair of shorts that have zipper pockets, and I thought of you. I was like, Rob would wear these maybe.
Yeah, well, I have a problem, right? So listen to this. So I had two pairs of pants that I wear all the time. And I had like 2 weeks ago, I had a problem. I had a hemorrhoid.
Aye.
Yeah. So I'm like,
You did
okay.
not tell me about this.
I didn't. You've been busy. I didn't want to bring you down. So I got this stuff and it's like, oh, put this cream on it. It'll make it go away. I'm like, great, I need this shit to go away. And now we need the emails to come in and tell us how to
Yeah.
get rid
Wait,
of
did
fucking.
this girl you dated give you a hemorrhoid, dude?
Oh, can you do that? Yeah, dude. Do I need to write about her somewhere online, like a Reddit page, and be like, this girl's giving every guy in LA hemorrhoids?
Just from the stress, you know?
Right. So I got the I got the stuff. I put it on. Here's the fucking. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this, but I felt like the pod needed this right now.
Yeah, we
Here's-
need a little hemorrhoid talk.
Here's what happened. So I look at my pants the other day, like the back of my pants, and I see like a stain where like the butt is. And I'm like, what is this? I grab the other pants, same stain. And I'm like, oh my God, putting this fucking cream on. I guess like I put such a little bit, I put the size of like a pea on the thing, but somehow like just that amount got some space. Just that amount made it so on my pants now, there's like a streak of that. And like, listen, I don't care about being embarrassed. The part that I also think about is like, for a week and a half, I was walking around with like a stain on my butt that looked like people probably thought I was like leaking shit out of my ass, which is like incredible, but okay. But now the problem is with these pants. I don't know where to get fucking pants that I like because I need zippers for the pockets. Otherwise, I lose everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck to do. I had 2 pair. I'm like, these 2 pair have been lasting me for like 3 years. The same 2 pair of pants I got for $20 each. I'm gonna try and get the stain out, but I need new pants. I need new pants anyway. But just the real. I mean, what are the guys? You don't make a non-drip hemorrhoid cream, guys?
Well,
Man,
it's
this
got to
is
have
not
some oil in there or something. It's got to have that.
I have
base.
no experience with this. Yeah. I've had hemorrhoids though. I've never treated it with cream.
You just let it go away?
I just kind of like, I just literally sit with it.
What are you, an animal?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Treat that.
I just sit. I don't know.
I've only ever
you
had
gotta
a hemorrhoid
apply
when
it
I'm
directly.
And they just go away when the baby comes out?
I mean, not when the baby comes out. They get kind of rattled when the baby comes out.
You're rattled, bro?
Yeah, dude.
That's when you got to get like the donut to sit on. Yeah, it's fucked up. They give you this stuff called Dermablast after you have a baby. It's basically like
That
a
sounds
can. It's
sick.
like an aerosol can, and it numbs the shit out of you. And Cutter would yell at me because anytime I would have to go pee or anything, you would hear like before I would even pee, just because it would hurt so bad. I went through cans of it after I had each baby. So bad for you, I'm sure.
That sounds good. That sounds like a soda flavor at the Taco Bell fountain. You know?
Dermablast?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And somehow she doesn't have any stains on her clothes, but I use a piece. She's like spray painting her vagina.
Yeah, truly.
That's crazy. Cass, is there any girl who's hot enough to where like the baby comes out of her and then you put your face, go down on her?
Anna de Armas.
Anna de Armas. Right after the baby comes out, bloody mess. You're all in.
Wow.
I'm
You said
fucking
that
in,
fast.
dude.
She
Wow.
your new thing, or has she been a thing for a while? for
Oh,
you?
I've had a thing for her since
Knives Out?
probably since Knives Out. Yeah. No, since Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, is she in that?
Terrible.
Yeah, she plays the sort of like artificial intelligent Siri chick, where like in the future people have like Siri girlfriends, you know, and she's like a hologram and she's hot as fuck. She's so hot.
Can you guys explain to me as like a man, like all the different types of people that Ben Affleck is seeing? Like, where is he at in his life?
It's J-Lo now, right?
Well, let me tell you, Jamie-Lee, as a man, I don't know who the fuck he's dating because that's what a man
J-Lo.
should say.
Yeah.
Okay, of course, everyone knows
Yeah,
J-Lo,
I mean,
but I'm
I
saying
didn't know,
like,
dude. Yeah, don't fucking ask us,
But he
Jamie.
dated
How fucking
her.
dare
He
you?
dated the Anna de Armas girl for a long time.
Yeah, I do know that because I think she lived in Venice and like they were always spotted around, and I was always hoping to run into her.
Oh,
But,
that's
look,
she lives in Venice too. That's like the real kicker for you.
Yeah, dude, I will find you, Anna. He's been all over the place, and for a guy who has like historically one of the grossest weirdest, ugliest tattoos, I think he's like a giant full-size dragon on his back.
A phoenix rising from the ashes.
Is it a phoenix?
Yes.
I have to Google. Have you seen it, Robbie?
it's not your screensaver, Cass?
Ben. Yeah, dude. Ben
Jamie-Lee,
Affleck,
have you ever been
dude.
dating a guy and you were like really into him and then you found out something so gross about him that you had to piece him out? Like you're like, I can't do this.
No.
Dude, it is a phoenix.
Oh, that is a horrible tattoo.
Now I
Dude,
have to
Holy
look it up.
shit.
Dude, it's not even like cool Jean Grey shit, dude. This is
This color is awful.
it's like
It's a color?
griffin. Oh, it's full color, dude. It's like sherbet. It's like all the sherbets.
Do you remember when we saw him?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I just told the story to someone.
Yeah.
Let's
Where'd
tell
you
it
see
again.
him?
Me and Robbie were shooting the pilot we were on together. In one of the episodes, we had to shoot at the Van Nuys. Was it Van Nuys? Or Burbank Airport. And we were shooting, and if you know Burbank, it's like a quieter airport, and there's a lot of people fly in and out of it because it's so easy to get on and off. This is when he was shooting Batman, and I had to assume that he was on his way coming back home from shooting Batman because we were shooting a scene in a car, and we were parked, but like all the private planes were like right here, and so you just could see people coming off private planes and then like heading out to their parked car. It's like a very easy exit. And we were shooting in a car, and somebody, I don't know who, but somebody's like, "Is that Ben Affleck?" And I look up, and I gotta tell you this about Ben Affleck. I've watched all his movies. I've seen him here, there. I never thought he was like, I thought he was a good looking guy in movies, but I was like, I never understood what it was. For me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a Leo guy. I'm a Brad guy, When I looked up to see Ben Affleck walking by us, I was like, that is the most handsome man I had ever seen.
And so
the
tall.
Bones, so tall.
So tall.
The bone structure.
Should I leave you girls alone for a little bit?
He was fit.
Yep.
And he had this swagger about him as he was walking by. He was in a suit, and he had like a bag. It was like a weekender bag. And this guy like kind of looked over, and I melted.
Yeah.
I became a puddle of a man.
He put down the window and you went, Affleck.
This
the
dude
only time
really
I ever
struck
saw
me,
him
dude.
in person one time was I had the exact same reaction. I was like, "Oh God, you are gorgeous and tall and a very like you're like he has like that thing about him, like that like electricity that like Hollywood stars have like around their field."
He knew it.
Yeah,
he knew what he had.
It's true.
And then, and then I just Google a picture now, and I just see like this dude with this gross tattoo. It's like crazy how much range some guy can have, and this is really more of a story about what a suit can do for a man. Is you put any guy, you cover up any tattoo with that suit. No matter how ugly it is, what kind of phoenix or dragon or griffin you have painted on your back, suit will cover it up.
It looks like, to describe it. It looks like a yellow and blue phoenix who, like, there was another bird he was fighting with, and that bird, like, chopped his tail in half, but he killed the bird who was fighting with him, and now he's, like, carrying him away, and his tail is flying. I mean...
It's not just a picture, it's a story.
It's terrible...
It's not a good... It looks like if he were to have, like, been riding in the MotoGP shirtless, and then he crashed... And then this is like the photo of his back 2 weeks later, like the bruising and the scarring.
Because there's like lines of no tattoo in there.
Yeah.
You see that? Wow.
It just looks like he was either burned badly or was in a terrible
Do you think he lost a bet?
accident.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's a hell of a thing. But we also know that he has a history with alcohol. And This piece, if I may call it that, that's on his back, this isn't like a one-stop, like, let's just go in, dip into this tattoo parlor for a quick piece. This was done over time. Yeah. Are you looking at it?
Yes.
Yeah. And also, like, his like shorts seem to be eating, his butt seems to be eating his shorts in this photo. But God bless the man that I saw on that Van Nuys airport tarmac that one day.
So Jamie-Lynn, have you ever been dating a guy, and then something like you just saw something about him physically, and you were like, I can't see him ever again?
No.
Really?
No.
No? There's never. What about? Did you usually wanted a guy circumcised or uncircumcised?
Circumcised.
Or you didn't? Right. And did you ever like see a guy uncircumcised and you were like, ugh?
I wasn't like, ugh, but I was like, oh. There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. That's
right.
That's the technical term. Yeah, the medical term. There's like
there's something different here. That's what they say.
Come here, boy. There's something different about you. Yeah,
So when you had
Let's
kids,
not shame anyone though, because it's fine. Like even though
no, you're allowed to have a preference. I mean, what kind of world are we living in these days where it's like people can't even
I was like, oh,
can't
like,
even
I've
have
never
a preference.
Seen that before.
you weren't shaming anyone. I'm just gonna tell you, if you're uncircumcised, it's just like mine, except you just gotta wash yours a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. You get your boys done?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Did you get your boys done? You listening to me, sweetheart?
Yes.
You had 2 kids.
Yes.
Okay, good.
You got the. And was there a talk of like, should we do, or it was like, yes, of course we do.
In the hospital.
What
Right
about the
after
people
their
that come to you and be like, you mutilated your sons? What
No
were you
one's
thinking?
come up
They
to
didn't
me
have
and said
you
that
didn't
to
have
me
your
yet.
consent. They didn't have consent to do this.
I will say in both instances when it happened and they took them to do it, I was like, it was killing me that like in the other room they were going to be in like pain and they were like a day old.
What would you rather, your kid come back and they said, hey, listen, we're not going to circumcise him, or if he was switched at birth? What would you rather? Would you rather someone else's kid or your kid, but he's not circumcised?
Kid.
You sure? Because it's okay to shame someone who's out there who's not
Yeah.
circumcised. Just give us the truth, Jamie.
My kid.
Would you want a random boy out of the hospital or your kid
I don't give
not
a shit about
circumcised?
the penis.
I don't know.
Can we clip that?
Yeah.
Gabby, clip that.
So,
So
but
glad
was
to
there
hear you say that, by
was
the way.
there a talk before with you and Cutter of like, are we going to circumcise him? Are we not?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had one. I can't remember, but I'm sure we had one. Cutter, there's nothing that happens without a discussion with Cutter.
Right. So Cutter's a big locker room guy, like big sports guy. So he probably
Yes. I'm
He
not going to
probably-
say what his opinion on it is, but it's very Cutter and funny, and I can't say it.
Dude, how many penises?
everyone's afraid to say everything these days.
You're
Remember
absolutely right.
remember like 5 years ago when we used to just like people used to
Yeah.
Yeah.
say stuff.
Not me anymore, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a corporate boy.
Now it's like Jamie's fucking fried rice came in and we're like, oh, your food's here, you know? He knows what I'm saying. I mean, it's just crazy. Everything's changing, man.
You know, dude, it's look, I'm all for progress, you know what I mean? I want to live in a world where Ben Affleck can get a phoenix tattoo like that, you know? But I also want to live in the world where we can harangue him for it. That's the world I want to. That's the world I
You
want to
can
live.
what?
Harangue him for it. Are you listening to me, sweetheart?
You're getting so mean to me towards the end of this podcast.
No, because I know towards the end you get real loose. You get real loose in these pods.
Yeah, these last couple of weeks, Jamie, you've been shining at
Trying
the
to
end of
beat
the
you.
pods. Really, just losing. I think the food threw you off in this ep. I
It
think
might
now
have
you're like
tired me
charged
down,
and
yeah.
Yeah, you just filled yourself with carbs, and now here you
I'm ready to
are.
go to bed.
yeah.
Or
You're just
am I-
not
I
loopy.
just wanna
You're
go-
doing the Professor X thing right now.
We need you loopier, please. We need you
Do you want
not
me
in
to
your
smoke
own
a joint
environment.
right now?
Yeah.
We got a few minutes.
Are you allowed to smoke in the room you're in? Oh, it's your
It's
house.
mine.
right?
We're at
This
an
is
hour.
my space. No, my kids don't ever come in here.
We're at an hour right now. Let's do the last few minutes.
Okay,
of
I'll
you
be right
blitzed out of your goddamn mind. Yeah, we'll go. We'll be right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's.
What,
yeah,
you have
she's
some
in her-
plan right
she's
now,
in her
don't
pool.
you?
Have you ever?
You have some kind of plan.
No. This
I
is.
feel
good.
like you do.
What if she just was wearing no pants? She's in her pool house. Cutter had to drive down to the gate. This is not a life I'll ever experience.
No, me either. We have to. Especially if you don't get into Bitcoin, babe. I'm trying to get you in that Bitcoin.
I'm in the comic book game.
Yeah, that's not gonna. You're not gonna make billies on that.
I'm not. Yeah. Do you think the world's first trillionaire is gonna be a crypto guy?
Maybe. I mean, these kids are 22 years old and they're billionaires.
Damn. We gotta get some of those guys.
I'm telling you, next week on air, I want you to buy Bitcoin.
I just don't understand it.
It's okay. Just spend $6,000. Jamie, I love it. Jamie's fucking. Don't do it off screen, Jamie Lee. Jamie's puffing away like a gangster.
I just don't get it, dude. I really don't. And I'm not a dumb guy.
Right, but so you don't have to get like just put $3,000 in Bitcoin, $3,000 in like Ethereum, and then we'll sit around and we'll laugh when it goes up. We'll enjoy ourselves. And by the way, if we are leaving this in, don't anyone listen to us and make financial decisions or life decisions because we don't ever know what we're talking about anything.
No, but if you guys want to talk about comic book investing, coming up on my new pod, can't wait to talk with you about it. We're going to be talking UFOs. We're going to be talking comic books. We're going to be talking who to follow on OnlyFans. These are the things that I'm thinking about on a daily basis.
Why don't we do next week? Me and because you're busy the next couple of weeks. I was gonna say.
Oh, but I'm doing the pod.
I know, but I'm saying me and Jamie will get stoned, and you run a pod.
Let's do that. Well, we'll do.
Yeah,
we'll,
you have
we'll
to.
do
You
UFOs.
need to have a Sharpie in your hand, Cass, next week.
Yeah, I'll give you a Sharpie, babe.
You give me your Sharpie.
I'll give you my Sharpie, but I think you'd rather a pen like a sane person.
Yeah. I'm looking at you, dude. This is how fucked up my brain is. I see 2 F's here. First thing I think of, Fantastic Four.
Oh, see, the question was, if you, Jamie, here you go. Now that you're stoned, this is perfect. If you had a button in your life and it could fast forward time, but then you have no memory of the time you fast forward through, would you ever use it?
Yeah.
When? Like right now till your house is done?
Till
Okay.
Jack is going on the potty.
You can use it as many times as you want.
Yeah, you could use it whenever.
My house being done. Yeah.
But then again, you're missing all these moments with life moments. You don't care?
But if you're fast forwarding, don't you just want to get to the thing that you're fast forwarding to, and you would be totally okay with not remembering?
Right, but I'm saying, let's say it takes 3 months to potty train her child. Now she'd fast forward to the end of that, but you'd miss everything in those 3 months. So let's say there was like the most magical day you ever had. This, you did that. Like, and you have no explanation for why things are the way they are when you get there. Yeah. So it's like, oh, hey, me and my husband are in a fight and you don't know why. Or like maybe somebody doesn't speak to you anymore and you're like, fuck, I don't know why this person doesn't speak to me. Or,
you know where I would do it is like the beginning of every time I work out. Fast forward to the end of the workout. That way I get the workout, or I just go every day for an hour. I'm going to be on that Peloton. I'm going to fast forward through it, but I still get the Peloton. Don't have to be there for it.
What about Corona? This last year, would you have fast forwarded the last year?
No, dude.
Just because of our Sundays?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Truly.
I went through so much. Dude.
Oh, that house. You bought a house?
Fuck, man.
Did you get?
Are you all right?
Are you done with that house?
Are you reimbursed?
No.
Did you sell it? Are you selling it?
No, she lives in it. You guys know that.
I got off easy. I got off easy, bro. My shit was.
You got off easy.
Clean.
My shit is so uncomplicated. This relationship I just got out of. She doesn't owe me $1 million.
Teach me what you know, man.
I don't know shit. I just don't take shit too seriously. Like, and then once shit starts getting serious, I'm like, oh, the phone is the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Gosh.
you gotta do that. Whenever she's like, hey, can I get $1 million? She's like, oh, the phone.
The phone.
Oh,
Hey,
the phone.
The phone's ringing. I gotta go.
Damn, dude. Jamie, you are loving the way you're looking at us right now.
What? What am I
Such
doing?
a sweet soul. No, your sweetness comes out a little bit when you're stoned.
You should listen to.
nicer?
I think Olivia Rodrigo's songs might remind you of Jamie-Lynn.
Oh,
Really?
really? Is that why you love it so much?
There's some love, there's some love in there. There's some hate in there. There's some horrible stuff. There's some.
She's lived a life, dude.
She goes through all. Listen, I mean,
Imagine all the stuff you can go through in 18 years,
think about
right?
remember how hard 17
Dude,
was?
she was singing about being potty trained. She's singing about fucking her first day at kindergarten. She's singing about the first time she watched Frozen and Frozen 2.
Yeah. The third song on the album is My Period. It's all about the first time she got her period. Remember when Jamie told her? Remember when Jamie told her first period story and she was like, "Yeah, I put my leg up on the thing and someone just popped it in there for me."
Yeah.
That
You were
was
assaulted.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, check that out on Pajama Pants episodes. Haven't seen it. We really got to have somebody who archives this stuff and pays attention to what's going on. I know for a fact there's a lot of you that have just come in fresh to the pod. Do yourselves a favor and go back and listen to some of these seminal Pajama Pants episodes. There's a really good one in the conversation we were talking about. Yeah, I bought a house last year. That was covered. There's a conversation about me going through the big breakup last year. That's covered. Really,
Or you could just watch
library for you to listen to.
You could watch our next podcast coming out called Watching Pajama Pants, where it's like talking pajama pants.
Talking pants.
Talking pants. Yeah, and we sit and we watch the podcast.
We go through every episode.
Every episode.
And
I actually would
we bring
love
on
to
guests.
go back to our first one and listen to it.
Oh, I don't know.
You and I
think
didn't
those
even
were-
know. We literally walked in and met each other and sat down and started recording a podcast.
Yeah, no, it's good. If you guys want to see like where we got to today, I know it seems like we're just like we've known each other our whole lives. It took work to get to this point.
Yeah.
And it's all captured and available for you guys to listen to. Now, I also get this question. Our YouTube videos didn't start until like episode 17 or something like that. So they're only available to listen to audio format for those first couple dozen. And then we started hitting the YouTube right around what? Michael Imperioli?
No, Joey Perino, I think might be our
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Great.
Who's the best? He's coming on, and we're gonna figure out how to get him
I
on
was
the
going
next
to
couple
say,
weeks.
this is our longest streak of going no guest.
Yeah, I just think guests over Zoom, like when it's 4 p.m., it's just too much. But Joey Perino did some an audio project that he wants to promote on here. But also, we
Right.
just want him on because we love him and we miss him, and he's part of the family.
Love you, JoJo. Love you, Yuri. Yuri just had a birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Yuri!
birthday, Yuri.
And I think that's good. I think we're close here to the end of the episode. I do want to plug Rob's on a podcast.
Yeah, Allison Rosen is your new best friend. I did last week. Jamie-Lynn did it. You said it
Yes.
was great, so I did it. Yeah.
I'm doing a pod. Well, I was gonna do a pod. I did a pod called Ari Manis,
Wait, what?
Unlicensed
You do it?
Therapy.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So I plugged that last week. I'm not in any new pods, but if you want to watch me, I'm on G4 TV. We're live streaming every week, and we're getting ready to launch, baby. We're going to be on TV, but also online.
Big deal.
And I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that are my people, video game people, comic book people. And no one's into UFOs really just yet, but God, I would love to get a chance to talk to you guys about some UFOs. And I've been getting a lot of comments, thousands of people that are like, "Screw Jamie, screw Rob. Like you talk about UFOs as much as you want, dude. This shit's serious."
Jamie,
Next
how do you feel about
episode.
making this a 2.5 hour episode and Cass could go on for an hour right now about UFOs?
I mean,
It's coming, guys.
I might space out a couple of times, but I'll hang.
Hey,
Here's
nice,
the
space
deal.
out.
Here's the deal. I'm here's the deal. I'm in for the UFO pod, but I think we just need to give like a pajama pants
Spin
tilt
on
to it
Yeah.
to get us interested because I feel like
There's
the
no
last
tilt. I'm just going to regurgite information.
that's what the last one was. It was
Okay.
just like,
You guys,
this is
I
a video.
still think about sometimes that the case of the giggles. Oh my God.
Yeah, with Alejandro Rojas.
Sir Rojas.
Yeah, go back and listen to our first UFO pod where I invited Alejandro Rojas of Open Minds TV and the Rojas Report. Rob
great.
and Jamie couldn't stop laughing for 42
But
minutes.
here, I think we have to do some sort of like pajama pants spin on it where it's like, oh, bring some guy in who like thinks he was abducted and like we could have fun with him and laugh about it. It's just like, we're going to sit here for an hour and a half. All it's like, oh, see this fuzzy thing? Like that's a UFO.
No, when
And
when I said I just want to talk about UFOs, I was just gonna give you guys a debrief on what's happening because it's been
Oh,
in the
I
news.
follow it, babe.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
really know.
Oh,
I
they're
know.
putting out
I
a
know
whole
you don't.
thing about debrief. It was classified, Jamie-Lynn. It's not going to be classified anymore.
What
It was on the
what are you
debrief.com.
talking about?
But Jamie-Lynn, like you don't know the Tic Tac and the triangle video that came out. I mean, come on,
Guys,
No.
don't forget to look up. All right, Jamie, you're out there in big Texas,
big sir.
big Texas. I was gonna say big sky country, but that's Montana. But look up every once in a while because you're not too far from Phoenix, and Phoenix is where we had one of the largest mass sightings in modern day times. And you got a big yard. You head out
Oh,
out
big
there,
sky.
smoke a
The
J,
Texas skies here are
look up.
huge.
A lot of stars at night.
look
A
up.
lot
baby.
of stars at night. But it's just like you'll see when you come, you're like everything just feels really expansive because it's hill country. So there's not like buildings, you're not competing with light pollution. Like it's just really beautiful.
Yeah. I don't think she's ever coming back.
That's all right.
Check us out on Instagram. Me and Jamie are on Instagram. We have a Twitter. We have a subreddit, r/Pajama Pants Podcast. And Rob is off the grid. He has no socials. Stop asking for it. And yeah, that's it. Big thanks to our sponsors, HelloFresh and Man Crates. You guys are keeping it going. Thank you, Gabby. Shout out Gabby for the edit.
Love
Hey,
you,
Gabby.
And that's about it. Anything else?
I miss you, Jamie-Lynn.
Miss you guys so much.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
See you in the next one.